Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Sri Sadguru Paramatmane Namaha. Sarva Maharshibhyo Namaha. 8th Shloka. Nahi gnanena sadrusham pavitram iha vidyate tat swayam yoga samsiddhaha kalenatmani vindati. Substance. Indeed, there is nothing so pure as knowledge in this world. He who is perfected in Nishkama Karma finds that wisdom by himself in Atma in due season. Commentary. There are many things pure in this world. Of them all, knowledge is the purest and the most perfect. Nothing can purify man except knowledge. The impurity caused by ignorance is only cleansed by knowledge. The physical body needs cleansing with water and soap every day. The subtle body also needs purification, and the purifying agents are Nishkama Karma, meditation, worship of God, and such other practices. Of them all, knowledge is the best and greatest purifier. By oneself means each individual has to find that knowledge by himself. One should eat by himself to satisfy his hunger. One should take medicine by himself to cure his own disease. The Master provides all the help needed for the spiritual quest, but finally, each one should realize the truth himself. There can be no proxy in Gnana. It is direct personal experience. Perfected in yoga means the man perfected in yoga obtains knowledge. Nishkama Karma Yoga should become automatic, spontaneous, and natural. Then yoga is said to be perfect. The mind is purified of the taint of selfishness and attachment to the gross material world. Then man finds knowledge. In self means where is this knowledge? Is it in the sky or beyond the clouds? Is it in the other world or is it in the center of the earth? Where is this knowledge? It is in the self. All the time it has been there. Not knowing it, man has been seeking for it in the outside world, in temples, in rivers and mountains, and so on. After all this long search, man comes back to his own self, and there he discovers that knowledge which liberates him from sorrow and delusion. All knowledge, all perfection is already in the self. In due season means the Lord answers the question when this knowledge becomes manifest. In due season, this knowledge which is already in the self reveals itself, and then the endless wanderings of the mind stop forever. There is no time limit for this supreme revelation. When this mind becomes pure, knowledge comes of its own accord. Sooner or later, this knowledge should manifest itself. The time taken depending on the ripeness of the individual. No one need to be discouraged that he has not got it immediately. As he continues the spiritual sadhana, the mind gradually drops off all its stains and blemishes, and truth is seen and known. The plant of spirituality should be watered and taken care of in every way. Sincerity and earnestness are essential. By God's grace, knowledge is revealed to the aspirant. Question. What is the purest thing in the world? Answer. Knowledge of Atma. Question. How, when, and where it is found? Answer. By the man perfected in Karma Yoga. The knowledge is found in the self in due time. Who obtains this knowledge and what happens when it is obtained? 39th Shloka. Shraddhavan labhate gnanam tatparaha samyatendriyaha gnanam labdva param shantim achirena adhigacchati. Substance. The man of faith, having knowledge as his supreme goal, having controlled the senses, obtains knowledge of Atma, and having obtained that, enjoys peace all along. Commentary. Three qualities are mentioned here for gaining knowledge. First one, the man of faith means faith is the seed of success, even in worldly matters. The degree of faith in the Shastras and the teaching of the Guru determine the degree of success. The greater the faith, the sooner the success. The seeker should do the prescribed sadhana with deep faith, and it would surely lead him to spiritual illumination. Doubt will not bear any fruit whatsoever. Doubt is the very negation of faith, and want of faith results in utter failure. That is why the Lord insists on faith as an indispensable condition for the aspirant. The sick man should have faith in the physician and the medicine prescribed by him. Otherwise, the efficacy of the medicine is neutralized by the negative attitude of the patient. As the sadhaka practices the discipline sincerely at first, he would gain some simple spiritual experience which would confirm his faith in the higher laws of spirituality. Faith, it should be understood, is not a denial of one's reason and judgment. What is implied is that the seeker should carry out the instructions of the Shastras and the Guru in the full hope that they would yield the best results. And when he knows by experience the value of faith, his progress becomes quicker and smoother. So, one should have faith in the spiritual destiny. Secondly, having knowledge as the supreme goal means the aspirant should have single minded devotion to the spiritual ideal. There should not be any discordant note in the general harmony of world, thought, and deed. One may talk of spirituality, and yet his thoughts may be plunged in gross worldliness, and his deeds may be utterly sensual. Such a split personality cannot make any progress in any direction. Divided aims and distracted minds achieve nothing. The personality of man, complete and entire, should be dedicated to the spiritual aim. He should fully realize within himself that there is no other goal to strive for. Naturally, by discrimination, when it is known that all other things are painful, perishable, worthless stuff, the spiritual aim alone shines as the perfect star. Then self realization becomes possible. Third, of controlled senses means faith and single minded devotion to the divine aim should be accompanied with systematic practice of sense restraint. Faith and aspiration may do much, but for perfection in Gnana, the senses should be brought under control. So long as the mind runs after material objects through the channels of the senses, wisdom cannot be found. The attempt is to turn the mind inwards. The sense organs, by their very nature, function by attaching themselves to some physical object or other. The mind is linked to the senses, and so the mind runs out. This link should be cut, and the mind should be trained to look inward. Then the senses can do nothing, they remain powerless in their places. So, sense control is prescribed as the third characteristics of the man of knowledge. What is the fruit of this knowledge? Peace, supreme peace. Puram santi adhigacchati. Swiftly the wise man attains peace. Everyone is seeking for peace and happiness, but it is eluding him. He seeks for it in worldly pleasures and possessions, but he does not find it in them. So the mind is restless and distracted. Where is that peace? The Lord answers the question. Peace is in the knowledge of Atma and nowhere else. Every little satisfaction which one desires from small pleasures and successes here and there in the world are only shadows of the real peace of the self. So let all people go to the very source of peace, Atma. Having thus described the excellence of Gnana, the Lord concludes that it leads to supreme peace. Question. Who can attain Gnana? Answer. The man of faith, devotion, and self control attains knowledge. Question. What is the fruit of Gnana? Answer. Peace. Question. What is the way to peace? Answer. Atma Gnana.